How's this all playing in the area?
People are hard on the Red Sox here. It's not like the Patriot thing where it's defend the wall and, deny, accuse. In this instance, there's a lot of capitulation by the fans. And I think they're angry with the team and chagrined about, the World Series championship of 18 a little bit. And we heard little today to assuage those kind of feelings. It really was a underwhelming 45 minutes of our lives that we'll never get back.
So I guess walk me through those 45 minutes that make you think that's underwhelming, Dan.
Well, again, first of all, they insult the intelligence of their fans by refusing to say that they fired Alex Cora. It's like this mutual agreement, which is like, Richard Nixon didn't just decide to step down, because he didn't feel like being president anymore. And just stop with that, okay? It's okay. The guy got caught in the Houston thing. He's your manager. There's another investigation. He couldn't remain as manager, so that's okay. You fired him. They won't give you that. And then there was just a lot of please reserve judgment. They wouldn't talk about anything regarding their own team, their own cheating, the scandal from 18 that's being investigated. It was reserve judgment. They seem to think that their transgressions are not as bad as Houston's, and that may be true, and that they're going to be treated less harshly, and that may be true. But what it gave them was a chance to answer every question with a non-answer, and we can't talk about that. There was very little. One guy did say, do you feel that you won the World Series, fair and square? And John Henry and others said absolutely. So we did get that.
Where do you think the Red Sox go from here? The rumor is obviously Buck Showalter sitting out there, a guy who knows the division. He knows the rivalry, obviously, from another end. And the rivalry is a crucial, important aspect of managing the Red Sox and knowing how to win championships. What do you think, Dan?
I love Buck Showalter. He used to really break chops against the Red Sox and did a really good job competing against them with less payroll and less star power. And I thought that, I think he's a really good manager. I think he's a little too much of a strong personality for these guys. I'm not sure they want someone who's that forceful to be in the chair. That's not the impression that I get. I'm all in on Eduardo Perez, your guy, who I think should have got the Mets job, and I think he's going to be a hot candidate in the upcoming weeks with the Mets and the Red Sox.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I've said before introducing you. The Mets. How can Carlos Beltran stay in the gig?
Yeah.
You're right. What do you think, Dan?
It's going to be, it's a huge media market. It's a huge job, and I know that Perez was up for it and didn't get it. And we know what Beltran brought to the game as a player. And I thought that the core interview, which you've used, and we all thought that was odd in London after the 20-run games going on there, that he chose to cite that as the difference there. And Beltran's a player, obviously with Houston in 17, and so it's that'll be interesting in the city of New York with the really important franchise as to how that plays out.
For more of the Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.